Welcome back to Advertising Champions here on Daily Ad Brief. I'm Howard Walpoff, your host. We're talking about advertising with experts from around the country. Today, we're talking with Marlon Medina from Golden Medina Services and Menachem Ani from JXT Group. Gentlemen, welcome to our conversation today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Perfect. We are excited to get this conversation going. So, Menachem, I'll start with you. When you are working with your clients, what are some of the strategies that you're focusing on most today with the way marketing and advertising is now?
Sure. So, as you can imagine, marketing is an ever-changing landscape. And so, we primarily try to understand the consumer's behavior and just meet them where they are looking for the service. So, Google search ads is typically very strong for us. And just harnessing the power of search and putting ads there and bringing customers to our clients' websites.
Very good. I'm hearing a lot more of Google ads working stronger than Facebook ads as some of the adjustments have happened with both of them.
Definitely. What we're seeing is that Facebook is an amazing tool for reach and scale, but it doesn't have the intent that Google has. That they both have their use cases. Some work better in specific industries, some work better in others. For Google, being able to show the ad when the user is searching for something is a very, very powerful thing. And it really works well for a lot of industries.
Well, Marlon, why don't you answer the same question? What strategies are the foremost ones that you are using right now with some of your clients?
The number one strategy that we use is to really hone in and focus on the ad creative itself. Regardless of what industry our clients in, a lot of our clients are in real estate per se. And so there's a really high number of competition that they have to worry about. And so focusing on their creative and making sure, whether they publish that on Google ads or Facebook ads, we have to ensure that they're staying outside of the box and not just being another ad that someone sees and scrolls by. So really focusing in on that copywriting, on that creative, on that imagery is always a top tier focus of ours.
You make some very good points. You make a lot of specifics of different ways to tell a story. What have you found to be one of the strongest ways to actually relay a story for a client?
I think that heavily takes place in that discovery process as we're trying to analyze the client and really, figure out what they're about. What are some of their passions? Why are they in the industry? What value can they bring to the table? And so when we identify that and we go and say, hey, you know what, let's come up with an ad that really differentiates yourself, that's how we can see the greatest result. So we have to truly understand what makes the client special. And when we do that, we'll showcase that in our advertising.
Very good. Menachem, what about you when it comes to storytelling? How are you best utilizing advertising and marketing to get a client story out?
Yeah, so I really love that. I think that it's super important to make sure that your copywriting, your storytelling is telling the best story, putting your best foot forward, and like Marlon mentioned, to help differentiate from the competition. And it's definitely something that we put a strong focus on. Again, understanding why the client is a better option than the next person, and just really helping the consumer understand that this is the right choice for them.
And it's a good way to really make them stand out. And each of you have your own stories to make yourselves stand out in the process. And at some point, as you have evolved, you've really found different ways to scale the business. Let's start with Marlon. What really was the indicator that you needed to scale your business and give yourself the growth that you were looking for?
As a homegrown agency, we have a lot of tendency to want to wear different hats. And so that was my scenario very early on. In the start of our marketing agency, I wanted to be exposition and I wanted to be buy, I wanted to be the whole alphabet. And so what I realized that cut into my productivity and that cut into my ability to service my clients. So then I had to make that focal point decision and say, now it's time to scale out, to really trust someone else to handle certain aspects of the business. That way I can better work on the business and not necessarily in the business.
And that's always a very good feeling for all owners of any make or industry, that when you start really making that change. Menachem, what about you? What really was the indicator for you to scale your business?
So a lot of the same, learning to delegate certain tasks and just empower my employees and our team members to take things on, and just enable us to grow the team, grow our client base, and just continue to push forward in that way.
Well, it's good. Obviously, it is going in the right direction for both of you, which is fantastic. As marketing and advertising have evolved, different platforms have come out that really people have jumped to focus on. Lately, a lot of people are utilizing TikTok in different ways, and different other types of digital ad streaming to get their messaging out. What kind of platforms are you starting to use more that we hadn't probably used in the past that you're starting to see some success from? Marlon, why don't we start with you?
I'm glad you mentioned TikTok. It has been really an unpredictable social platform that came to play, but ended up becoming so valuable for the advertising world, because now you have a lot more opportunity to create low cost, high impact advertising. This idea of more laid back, user generated content that can still be used for advertising purpose is really revolutionary, because it allows us to promote so many different variations of ads while still having fun with it and introducing more comedic elements. So I think TikTok has been a great element, and we enjoy using it in our advertising.
It really has been an opportunity for people to show their abilities and personalities, and it's not just lip syncing dance videos that initially was the vibe and feel of it from the get-go. Menachem, what about you? What are you utilizing more that you really hadn't been using before?
Yeah, so it really has been amazing to watch TikTok, embrace their platform, launched a new ads platform over the past couple of years. We've definitely been leaning into that and seeing early success there. Another platform that I would call out is Snapchat. It tends to not get as much attention, but they've got a pretty large user base, especially here in North America, and we're seeing success there too. And then outside of that, even some of the old stalwarts like YouTube ads, which have been around for a while, we're definitely seeing a lot of our clients diversify onto there and see success there in ways that they haven't in the past.
I love YouTube ads because it really does connect with what you are trying to talk about, what your storytelling is, because connected to a video that someone already has an interest in, and it connects, and hopefully that 5-second opportunity to catch their attention keeps them going on for the rest of it to really get that message out. But gentlemen, thank you so much. This really was great. There's a lot of great things that both of you are doing, and it's only beneficial for your clients. So we look forward to hearing about more success from you both in the future. And thank you all for joining us as well. Having the right people to guide your advertising, your marketing, your messaging of your company is so very important. And there's so many great people out there with really strong ideas and great direction to really get your business from point A to point B to point C and seeing those revenue levels that you're looking for. Both these gentlemen have some really great things to offer. There's more information about them here on Daily Ad Brief, so please check that out. But go out, have a great rest of today, and we'll see you next time on Advertising Champions.